One event that pushed us toward the Civil War was the Missouri Compromise. And in the Missouri Compromise, we wanted to even out how many slave states and free states there were. So basically, we said that north of the 3630 line, we would make those all free states, and south of the 3630 line, all would be slave states. And the South got mad at this because the North had more land than them. Another example that pushed us toward the Civil War was the Compromise of 1850. And in the Compromise of 1850, Henry Clay wanted to help the North and the South solve their differences, but he ended up doing exactly the same, which pushed us closer to war. Another event that pushed us toward the Civil War was the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. And in the Fugitive Slave Act, if you were a slave living in the North, someone could accuse you of being a runaway slave, and you could be sent back to your owner, and you could be a slave again. And the North got mad at this because they were sending back slaves that were already in a free state back to be slaves in a slave state. Another event was the Nebraska-Kansas Act of 1854. It basically repealed the Missouri Compromise. It allowed Kansas and Nebraska to vote if they should be a slave state or a free state. And people got mad because they were already free, and now they were voting to be free and had a chance to become a slave state again. Another event that pushed us toward the Civil War was Bleeding Kansas in 1854. And that was the aftermath of repealing the Missouri Compromise. And John Brown and his gang killed 5 pro-slavery men in Kansas. And this made the South very mad and pushed us toward war. Another event was the Dred Scott decision of 1857. And there was a husband and wife, and they sued for the freedom. But the government said that they weren't citizens of the United States. And the North got mad at this because they weren't treating slaves like citizens even though they were free. Another event that pushed us closer to war was the election of President Lincoln in 1860. He was our 16th president, and him being elected basically meant South lost all their government power, and he wanted to end slavery altogether, but others disagreed, and that pushed us even closer to war. Those are some reasons that we had the Civil War.